Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, if there are ever any gentlemen in here. How you guys doing? Happy New Year. Um, see here. All right. Okay. Well, Happy New Year. Aren't we blessed to be in 2023? I know I am. I'm very excited for this year. I'll be turning 40 this year, so this is a really exciting year for me. So, you guys, what do you have to look forward to this year? Drop in the comments to let me know if there's anything exciting that you're looking forward to for this year. So, today, um, I really didn't have anything planned. I was hoping to hear from you guys and get some feedback and get some questions from you to see if there was something specific that we could talk about so that this, would be valuable to you. So I did get, I'll take it as a question. It really wasn't a question, but I know it is something that a lot of people may not understand fully, and that's the word alopecia. So to just say I have alopecia, you are pretty much basically just saying I have hair loss. Alopecia is just another term that describes hair loss. So when you say alopecia, it's just pretty much saying I have hair loss. So there are different types of alopecia that are going to help differentiate what exactly type of hair loss you have, and that'll help get you to the solutions. So there are different types of alopecia, and I want to go over just a few of them that are most common in our community, and that's androgenetic alopecia. And there's also alopecia areata. There's traction alopecia. There's frontal fibrosing alopecia. There's CCCA, which is central centrifugal um, cicatricial alopecia. And then there's diffuse hair loss. So all of those are all alopecia, but they're identified specifically by the type of alopecia that they are. So when you're looking for solutions, that's very important to know. And all those different types of alopecias, they have differences. So I'll go over some of the differences that they have, starting with the characteristics. So I won't, well, I can go through all of them that I named off. So androgenetic alopecia. So androgenetic alopecia is also known as male pattern hair loss or female pattern hair loss. So the way that we would easily identify what androgenetic alopecia looks like is to think about a man losing his hair, the pattern of hair loss that a man experiences right here in the center, and then in the temples is where men usually lose their hair. So that's a genetic hair loss, and we get that same pattern with women. So that's a characteristic of that type of hair loss specifically. So if we're talking about alopecia areata, alopecia areata is going to show up completely different from androgenetic alopecia. So alopecia areata shows up as hair loss in like just different areas. You might have a little quarter size or a nickel size spot where the hair has come out, and it can be anywhere, all over the body, really. But when we're talking about alopecia areata, most people are talking about hair loss from the scalp, and it does show up as a little round circles of hair loss, and the skin is smooth under, and it's a really defined circle where the hair has come out. So that's characteristic of alopecia areata. There's also frontal fibrosing alopecia. So frontal fibrosing alopecia just looks like a receding hairline. So that's when the hairline starts to go back and back, and it's like a band across the front of the hair, like kind of like where a frontal for extensions would go. Um, there's a frontal fibrosing alopecia it's just a band of hair loss across the front of the head. And also CCCA. So CCCA is generally in the back crown, and it can be confused with androgenetic alopecia because it does move forward. Um, so when you're dealing with the CCCA and androgenetic alopecia, trying to understand the difference, is best to do a consultation so that you can talk more about some of those characteristics and some of the things that might have brung on that type of hair loss. And also there's diffuse hair loss, which is hair loss all over the scalp. It's diffuse, it's spread. So that's what we would call excessive shedding or thinning. So those are the different characteristics of those different types of hair losses. So another difference between those different types of hair losses, they have different causes. So androgenetic is caused by androgens, hormones. Well, first I'll go back and say that most different types of hair loss you can put into one of three or one or more categories of what caused it. It can be caused either by nutrition, inflammation, or hormonal. So 9 times out of 10, whatever type of hair loss you're dealing with is going to go back to one of those three things, or maybe two, or possibly all three of them. But you want to start with one of those three things, and depending on what type of hair loss you have, it'll give a clue as to what actually caused it. So some of the causes, I won't go through each cause for each different type of hair loss that I've talked about, but just in general, different causes of hair loss. Pulling causes traction alopecia when we're in braids or extensions for an extended period of time, and it's too tight and you're continuously going back getting that tight hairstyle. That's what contributes or causes traction alopecia. Androgenetic alopecia is more hormonal. Diffuse hair loss is more nutritional. CCCA is there's an inflammatory component to that. And alopecia areata, that's more autoimmune. And so I would say that there's an inflammatory component to that as well as a nutritional component to alopecia areata. All right, and the solutions are all different because all of those different types of hair loss, they have different characteristics and they also have different causes. So they're definitely going to have different solutions. And so some of those solutions, so if you're dealing with a type of hair loss that's caused by a nutritional deficiency, for example, one of the solutions would be to solve that nutritional deficiency. Also, if it is a hormonal imbalance that's causing the hair loss, the solution would be to balance that hormone. But this is also where integrative hair care comes into play because it's integrative. It's covering a vast of different things that you could work on that could help solve the problem of hair loss, like nutrition or life, reducing stress in your life, managing stress, because all of those things contribute to the inflammation. They contribute to different types of hair loss. So I thought that that would be something that we could talk about today, is what exactly is alopecia. So I hope that that kind of helped break down some of the differences of the different types of alopecia, and it'll help you to kind of look at whatever you have going on with your hair in the mirror and say, well, it has these characteristics or it has this type of characteristics. So that's something that you could talk to me about if we do or when we do a consultation, so that we can go deeper into the type of hair loss that you most likely have, and then start talking about knocking down those causes. We're seeking causes, we're seeking solutions by finding the causes, right? So that is pretty much what I have for today. So you guys drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you have any questions about a type of hair loss that you might be dealing with, or if you don't know what type of hair loss you might have, you're interested in finding out, then go ahead and comment in the comment section, or you can send me a DM, and yeah, let's talk about it. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your new year. This is our first week in the group. This is our second week in the group going live. And I'm very proud of myself for that. So last week we talked about intentions. So I did also want to follow up today and kind of get some feedback and see if you guys are thinking about your intentions for the year, if anybody's done any vision board parties or anything like that, or if you, just where are you on your intentions for the year. So I hope that solving your hair loss problems is one of those goals for the year. And I definitely think that we'll talk about a lot of solutions over the year if we can stay in here every week on our Mondays going live. And if I can get some feedback, then this will be wonderful. This will be a great group that will grow, and will grow some hair. So yeah, let me know what you guys have on your mind, and I'll see you guys next week.